he's gonna do something, he goes all out.
That progression changed everything because it was further than what anyone else had done.
What I really loved was the constant challenge to be my best.
He was the first big name established pro to do the YouTube thing.
I love this. This is the kind of stuff I live for. Trying to outdo myself from the day before, it was really hard.
I got it here, I just can't translate.
It was like my worst nightmare coming true, it really was. I actually had the worst crash of my life.
We knew he was going to progress because he's Scotty.
I'm just excited about the future, I really am. I just decided to keep pushing.
How was that?
My name is Scotty Kramer, and I'm from Jackson, New Jersey. I'm really excited to actually be doing this because it's really awesome to take a trip down memory lane. As a kid, I was definitely scared and nervous and shy.
He was like one of the most quiet children that I had out of 4. So soft-spoken, so kind.
He liked to play, he was a normal kid, he wasn't very competitive at the time.
I was someone who lacked a lot of confidence until I got into BMX, and that was kind of where I found myself.
You know, we thought it was just because his friends were doing it, it was something that he was gonna try and do. And he just took off with it.
See right here, I know it's in the shadow, but that's my name. There's Scotty. When they paved this, that had to have been, 97 or 98. So the first race I had right here on this track, about right there, I had my first fall. I fell and my handlebars pulled down my sweatpants, and I was out there in my like Spider-Man underwear, and I was stuck in the bike, and I had to get somebody to come help me and pull my pants up. So I did just run with the shame, and I kept on racing. Racing was great. I had a blast doing it, but I just wanted to jump. That's exactly what I came to this track for. I just wanted to go faster, and I wanted to be able to jump further. I just had all these goals that just came flying at me, and being so overwhelmed but so excited at the same time. At that point, I was hooked. I just wanted to just ride my bike no matter what. I just knew that was it for me. What I really loved about BMX was the constant challenge, and it was me challenging myself to be better, to be my best.
I had owned a heating cooling company at the time, and I guess I had a little more of a business sense. Let's put Scotty's passion into a business venture and see if we can make this work.
He looked at this building one day and he said, "Donna, come on down here. We're going to open up a skate park." Before you know it, it ended up being the Incline Club.
We're currently standing in the parking lot of where my parents' skate park, the Incline Club, used to be. All the moments that happened in that building are always going to be with me, even though I'm seeing it like this, and I know that our skate park's not in there. I'm okay with it. And my dad installed every one of those pieces of ceiling up there. That's how he got the money to build the skate park. I don't know how he pulled it all off, but apparently he didn't do a great job either. That's not what he did professionally by any means. I rode there constantly, every single day.
I would watch him even at the skate park, and he wanted to learn something, he would just do it. He had that drive, like I've never seen with anyone else with something.
I knew I was getting good, but I didn't think I was at a pro level, but my parents and my friends, they all saw it.
And I was like, "Scotty, let's go to this contest. It's a pro contest, and let's enter it as a pro." And he was like, "Dad, I'm 15 years old. You know, what are you talking about? There's no such thing as a 15-year-old pro." And they're calling off the order on who made the finals. And they're getting all the way down into the top 3. I was like, "Ah, that's all right, man. We had a great time. You know, you didn't make finals, but we had a great time. This was a great experience." And the #1 qualifier, Scotty Kramer. You kidding me?
And then I went for my first pro contest to another event called the UGP Roots Jam.
At a contest called Roots.
I think it was called the Roots Jam.
UGP Roots Jam.
UGP Roots Contest.
I knew he was going to be something.
He was something different.
Who on earth is this dude?
I actually won that event, which was unreal. All the sponsors started calling. Becoming a paid athlete at that point, it didn't even feel real. It really didn't. I was a kid at the time. I wish somebody would actually give me advice. I couldn't relate to anyone. I was just learning as I went. I mean, I was writing the book for a 16-year-old being a professional at that point.
You know, him being so young, he was the first young kid to show these older guys the new ropes.
I think that progression changed everything because it was further than what anyone else had done. Now you have all the big name pros kind of trying to play catch up with him.
I was just constantly pushing myself to get better because I still had that drive inside me to be the best that I could be. I would just try to do the craziest tricks that I could think of, that I was capable of. I just wanted to be the best I could, but risking myself for that long and trying to outdo myself from the day before, trying to live up to expectations, it was really hard.
He had like the big sponsors, he had a lot of pressure behind him, but it was like real pressure. The cameras were always on him. He was always kind of the star of the show.
He just puts his heart and soul into what he's doing. And when people do that, there's a chance you're going to disappoint yourself or you're not going to meet your own expectations. If you're beating on yourself constantly, you can only do that for so long before you start having some issues.
Nothing's on my side. I got it here, I just can't translate. It was really hard to show up at skate parks and knowing that people were going to expect to see the Scotty Cranmer that they see in videos and magazines, and knowing that I was going to have to show up and do my biggest and best tricks.
Hard to say what his pressure was like. He never really wore that.
The pressure came. He didn't really show it too much. He always withstand it, you know? He always knew what he needed to do.
All right, Scott, how's it feeling to get that big old check? And that's fucking fun!
He knows what he wants to do, and he's gonna see it through.
I think we lost Matty. I think he's gone. I can't believe it, man. It's crazy to think how important this was to me at the time, and how it was just sitting in the back of the storage container, all the way back there. 2011 champion.
That means now, if you want to win this event, you got to throw down a 91.14, and that's what faces Scotty Cranmer.
This was a huge one for me, really big deal. I worked my butt off to get this one, and to be honest with you, I wrote myself off at the time, so it was a big mental battle.
Cranmer needs the 91.14 to take the Dew Cup lead from Dennis Enerson.
I didn't have faith in myself at the time. You know, when I first started that year. Like, I didn't think I was gonna be able to do this. So the fact that I was able to put the effort in and accomplish something and prove to myself that I am good enough and that I am capable, that's what the main thing is. It's not about just this trophy.
The big hit, Cranmer. Double tailwhip backflip, 3 seconds. And he's pulled it! Stuck it. What? If you're gonna bet on black, Scotty Cranmer's your man.
So in 2015, I was a professional rider that was mainly focusing on contests.
Pulled off second place.
At that point, I really only had X Games as my one big event. I needed to come up with something else to be able to continue this life of being a professional rider. And I decided to start my own YouTube channel. Right away, I just was so intrigued. I got so obsessed with the process.
Pete's gonna drive away, and I'm just gonna tail up out of it.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a $2,000 camera, I'm gonna buy a $3,000 computer, I'm getting it all, you know. Scotty doesn't do anything little, you know, he goes full on.
Heck yeah, let's try it again.
There you go. Yes!
I went from doing 1 video a week to 7 videos a week. It was mayhem, but it was so much fun to be able to be busy, to be able to ride my bike nonstop, and to be able to be with my friends telling the stories.
We've done it.
It completely changed my life.
We're just enjoying this whole entire trip. It's been amazing so far. Just having a good time, everything that we're doing every single day.
He was the first big name established pro to do the YouTube thing.
We're gonna bring you guys along for the ride. We're gonna show you guys all the top runs.
He was able to become this new version of himself that was super open and super positive to all these other generations of BMXers.
Now we have the opportunity to bring the trick to the world for you guys.
You know, something that I think was needed for a lot of those kids, feeling like they're connecting with somebody.
Until next time, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Peace! So today we're here at Long Branch Skate Park. Got my camera out, got the boys here, just gonna have some fun. It was out. It's like the same.
About the same, yeah.
Yeah. That was perfect, dude. I can't believe you just did that. See, you could have been me.
It takes a hard-working, determined person to have a YouTube channel.
He'd go film all day and like ride the contest, and then after the contest he'd be up editing for hours and hours on end.
This video is gonna come out tomorrow. I gotta go home and edit this video. Like, the pressure is just unreal.
So my YouTube channel started taking off and I started getting all these subscribers. It was mind-blowing, and I was so happy to be in the position I was, and I was gonna just keep the pedal to the floor, and that's exactly what I did.
This is insane. There's a roll-in all the way up there, you come ripping down this pathway, you hit a 7-foot lip, and you jump into the lake. What? Show you guys what I'm jumping off of. We're on a highway right now.
Yo! Yes, dude!
Up until the one day in Las Vegas when I was there for an event and we were trying to film a YouTube video, and I did the last trick for the video and I rode away from it, and then everything went black after that.
We're still at the hospital in Las Vegas at the trauma center. Luckily, he's at a fantastic hospital.
When I got that phone call, I wanted to go straight, drive to Las Vegas to see Scotty. And his dad told me, you don't want to see my son in this condition. And when I heard the father tell me that, I was like, oh shit, it's gotta be bad.
He still has a lot ahead of him. He has a problem with his spinal cord, which we're gonna address tomorrow, now that his brain injury has been stabilized.
Hello everyone. I'm sorry it's been so long. I actually had the worst crash of my life. I did a double peg on the retaining wall, hopped the double tire, rode across it, did the downside whip, and I almost pulled it, but I slid out. I went back up and I tried it again, and this time I pulled it. But as I pulled it, I went off to the side, and I jumped over this grass pile, and my front wheel went into a hole that I had no idea that was there. So I immediately got shot right to my face.
I ended up breaking my neck. I ended up also having 3 brain bleeds. I fractured my skull.
What do you think of that video? The doctor told that Scotty is now classified as a quadriplegic.
Yes, just heavy stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like my worst nightmare coming true, it really was.
Do you think Tammy will help you good? I think it's just baby steps the whole way. We knew he was gonna progress because he's Scotty.
Do you perform better for an audience?
I do perform better for an audience.
There were times where it was really hard and it was really dark, and I kind of thought that I had no chance of being able to have a normal life again. Taking that challenge head on and trying to do the impossible once again, I just decided to keep pushing, even though it was something that seemed so far out of reach. I had a long road after that. I started to slowly get things back, where I started to move my toe a little bit, and I started to be able to move my wrist.
I got my hand up. Starting to move my fingers a little bit too. So we're making some progress, man. You know what? I'm sick of this place. I'm out of here.
That's excellent.
Hello everybody, Scotty Kramer here. I'm in the rehabilitation center. I've been here for about 4 weeks right now, and things have been going really, really well. I'm finally going to get my forehead back. I'll take the scar because this is part of the process. It's part of the journey. It's not bad for 6 months.
That was awesome, dude.
It's not going to be easy, but I got to do this. This is part of getting better. It's pushing myself.
You saw the progress, and you saw every time he met the goal, he would push it further. And he'd meet that goal, okay, I'm gonna go further.
So for today's video, I'm actually meeting with an old friend. So time to get the old friend out. Yes, I want to be able to ride down a ramp. That's my goal. If I put my head in the right place, all these steps every single day can be something that I can enjoy. Let's keep on going. Let's see how far we go. So now the goal is to be able to stand up and be able to hold myself. All right, this is good. This is really good. So today I'm gonna go to the skate park. I'm gonna get on my bike and I'm gonna ride down my ramp. For the first time since my accident. I should get my own bike up there, right? I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
I don't know. It's weird. Grab on the rail and grab one.
The goal is to get up there.
It just didn't seem to me that that's the first thing you want to do is get right back on your bike and ride a ramp. But, you know, that's what made him happy. That was his goal.
Come on, Scott. You got this, dude. All you, Scott. Come on, dude.
And then he did it.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah!
Oh my God, I swear to you, that felt awesome.
There's nothing that's ever going to compare to that, and that's always going to go down as one of the best moments of my life.
And I just want you guys to know that everything is going to be okay. I'm back on the bike, and I'm just excited about the future. I really am.
Seeing him back on a bike and still pushing further and further. You know, almost brought tears to my eyes.
Dude, I even did like a...
Scotty doesn't give up. He makes things work all the time. He's that kind of a person.
He set his mind that if he's going to do something, he goes all out. There's no little bit, you know, there's just all out.
He looks at things a different way. He flips it upside down, twists it around, and then makes it his own. He does not stop at anything. Scotty Kramer is Superman.
Every single day I'm out there trying to better myself and trying to enjoy this life. The drive to be the best that I can be is still there. And the fact that people are finding inspiration in my story, it's a blessing. I still want to go out there and make people remember the name Scotty Kramer. If I have to achieve that through my YouTube channel of setting a great example for the riders that are coming up and showing them the way, then that's what it's going to be.
That felt great.
Or if I set these goals for myself that make people go, man, did you see that guy that's a quadriplegic that rode 100 miles on his BMX bike? That's what I want to do.
Scotty's future holds whatever he wants to do. I think he's proven that at this point, that if he wants to do something, he can do it.
I think if you talk to Scotty and find out his goals, that will be what he's going to be doing next.
Scotty, big honor having you here with us.
Man, I wish you could just introduce me to everybody I meet, man.
I want to do good things in life. I want to do positive things in life. And I want to just have fun and just keep on making a name for myself as Scotty Kramer.
Just like the old days. Just like the old days.